learning day by day. But still, when it comes to like when I have a seat pressure of examination, right? You are, and I think you are understanding. So how I can cope up with that pressure, and also I need to generate the idea at the same time, and I have to write on that particular essay on time, especially. And like I'm considering I'm doing no mistake. I'm not doing any grammatical mistake. I'm using a highly like a high lexical words or good lexical words, like to especially not impressing any examiner, but I want to lift up my like speaking or writing skills. So in that case, what can I do? Like, how can I like increase my speed? So, and also I can I need to generate the ideas. I have to share with, especially when I have to put the example, especially. And I think that is the particular area where I'm doing usually like a blunder.
Okay. So you already reached at a good level. The only thing is there are certain mistakes that are repeating,
Yes, sir.
and there are certain areas where you are struggling a lot.
Like, especially I think you have seen my writing also. Sometimes I do punctuation mistakes. Sometimes preposition not on right place. Sometimes I am over exaggerating the ideas, especially confusing with the examples. So exemplification should be accurate and should be smooth, especially for the reader.
Okay. So there is a rule of writing. We always should try to write as concise as possible. So if we are able to write something in 5 words, we shouldn't be using the sixth word. That is something that you need to take care of. So whenever you're free, make sure that you set some time apart, just so that you can analyze your writing and try to figure out, is there any way to simplify this? Is there any way to reduce the number of words? Are there any extra words that I'm using? This will help you to make your answers concise. The less number of words, the more information you share is called an amazing write up. So you should be able to convey your message using less number of words. That is something that you should take care of. Because if you notice, when a learner is learning a language, they will be struggling with reaching 250 words. That is not the similar case with a person who already knows the language. Now they struggle with making the essay as concise as possible. The same thing applies for speaking. I can say one thing in a simple way, I can make the same thing in a more tasteful way by adding adjectives, by adding more scenarios, by engaging with different senses. We already covered this thing in the past. Got it? So now comes the
Yes, sir.
time when you sharpen your skills. That is called honing the skills. And for that, you need references. References of people who are far, far better than you. Referencing of writing that is on a much higher level than your current level. Alright. Here's something that you can do. I created a small list of questions, just not questions exactly. It's a list of huge links. I'll share it with you. It's a huge list. Don't get overwhelmed, but I'll personally send it to all of you. Can you see all these links? Is it visible on the screen?
Yes.
Can you tell me an idea of what are these links? Like, what are these things? Just by reading the links. What are these links about?
Most of them are about grammar, grammatical mistakes.
So, top or common grammatical mistakes. Alright. So, this is the first thing that we should work on when we are trying to hone our skills in writing or speaking. We make tiny errors. See, champions are extremely good at doing the small things correct. And that is the reason they are able to do the good things or the big things right. So they need to clear the fundamentals. So whenever possible, this is what I do. I personally take a lot of time and research these links. So these are all the common errors. I'll paste the links over here Let me know if you can access all the links. I've shared a lot of them. I think only a few of them were visible.
Yeah.
Is it so? Okay. You all of you have access to my Telegram. Just drop me a hi. Just send a hi. I'll paste those links as I get those eyes. I sent it to Pooja, Anjali, Ashley, Jamshid. I need to find your ID. And Chirag. Got it? Now that you guys have reached a level where you know a lot of things, now you need to research the basics. What are the common errors that people do that we can avoid in order to improve our writing skills and your speaking skills? Once you get comfortable with the grammar part, do the same with vocabulary, do the same with pronunciation, do the same with speaking. So you can research these things. All I did is I just googled top grammatical mistakes, and these are all the links that popped up. So I created a record of it. Got it? Is the first part
Yes.
clear? Is this part clear of what to do in the beginning in order to improve communication skills? Because IELTS test is all about grammar, and on the higher level, the fundamentals should be clear. Now, the second thing is consuming a lot of content. This is something that I've emphasized from day one. You need to keep on consuming as much content as possible. The more you consume, the better ideas you'll have, the more refined your ideas will get. I'll give you a simple example. If this is one question and you have one answer, this becomes the answer of the question. But what if for the same question you have multiple answers? You have heard a lot of people, you have read a lot of books. Now you can identify which ones are better, and out of them you can take the best answer. Did you understand how to improve your idea generation? You need to consume a lot of different content, and once you start listening to a lot of people, once you start reading a lot of books, you will have refined ideas. Your brain will expand and you will have better thinking of concepts. And for IELTS, you don't need to be a specialist. This is something that I've said in the past. You don't need to be a specialist, you need to be a generalist of many topics. We all have access to the website, and you already know what to find and where to find. I'll just show you the link once again. Can you see the website?
Yes, sir.
Scroll down, vocabulary, and here you go. So whenever you feel that you are not able to generate ideas on any topics, open these sites, open these pages. These are filled with lexical resources and ideas. This will allow you to research about different topics, and once you get a little bit comfortable about that topic, start writing. I already said this in the past. Start with writing so that you get comfortable with the vocabulary, and once you feel comfortable, you should try the cue cards. You should try the speaking part for the same topic. This is the strategic way to approach IELTS. You need to pick one topic, get better at it, understand it completely, start writing essays, and then try the speaking module. You will find that your speaking part will be much more smoother because you will be filled with vocabulary. Your speech will be drowning in vocabulary of the same topic. Correct? These are the small changes that you need to make. What most of the students do is they will take a couple of tests every single day, and they will never ever see any changes. What you need to do is these things. All right. And I have a small request for one of you. I need someone to go to Telegram and tell me whether they can listen to the audio or is just the video visible. Can someone do that for me? Okay, Ashley, I'm unmuting you.
Video is visible, sir. Video is visible.
The video is visible, but when I turn off the audio, you are not able to hear me, right? Okay, so I need to keep the microphone on.
It's audible.
It's audible, right? Okay, I just
Yes.
unmuted myself. So I need to keep the video on as well as the audio. So now you're able to watch me, sorry, to listen to the audio as well as see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Ashley. We'll go back to Google Meet.
Yes, sir. Your audio is like
Audio
audible
is
and
audible.
video is visible. Also.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So until now, I was on mute, so nobody heard anything when I was speaking. Okay,
Okay.
anyways. So, did you understand the second aspect? The first aspect was correcting common errors. We all make common mistakes. Sometimes we are aware about it and we repeat it because of our old habits, and sometimes we are unaware about it, and that is when we need to do the research. Done? The second part is expanding your knowledge, expanding your vocabulary. This is the second thing that you need to do. Because if you add a lot of content without verifying what the content is or without verifying the grammatical aspects, you won't understand what's going on. You'll make mistakes in even producing the language, and that will create more problems than solutions. All right. We have a new joiner. Sophia, would you like to introduce yourself? If you're just joining as a listener, that's completely fine. All right, let's proceed. Is the second aspect clear? Everyone. The first aspect was finding out the common errors that we make and common people make, everyone makes. Second aspect is improving our knowledge. Are these two things clear?
Yes, sir.
Now comes the third aspect,
Yes.
that is making sure that you're not repeating the mistakes of IELTS. You also need to take care of IELTS. Because a lot of students, what they do is they take the test, they check the bands, and then they go to the next test. And nothing changes. Even if you practice for a couple of months or years, nothing changes really. Just imagine a person who has completed the entire Cambridge volume from 1 to 8 in a couple of times and they are still scoring 5.56. That means you're making a huge mistake. You don't even really need to solve all the volumes. You just need to solve a couple of them to understand what the topic is, what the structure is, what the question types are. And that's it. Correct? So, when you make mistakes, whenever you make an error in your writing, in your listening and reading, make sure that you verify the mistake. For the listening module, there are transcripts. The audio script is shared at the last page of the Cambridge volume. Always make sure that you verify it. Whenever you're solving the reading module, that is your resource, that is your gold mine for vocabulary. I use this phrase a lot. Your reading modules are your gold mine for your vocabulary. So make sure that you read them every single day. Because when Cambridge selects these volumes, they expect you to know it. Got it? Are the three aspects clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts so far?
No, sir. There is no doubt. Whatever you are saying, okay, it is also like a ideal strategy. What
It's
we
an
can say.
it's something that you can do to make those slight adjustments and start improving. All right. And
Ye-
once you have these aspects, these different skills, you can start working on the output part, that is speaking and writing, something that we are doing right now. So you need to start interacting with people. You need to showcase the skills that you learn to different people and check what their reactions are. If you are someone who has a tutor, they will correct your mistakes. But if you have friends, check their reactions when you speak certain words. Do they get confused? Are they able to understand it? If they don't know the vocabulary, tell it to them that this is the meaning. If the person knows English, they will correct your grammar. That the vocabulary is correct, but the verb form is incorrect. So use it in this particular way. But try to showcase those skills. All right. So it's all about
Yes, sir.
input and output. 50% input, 50% output. And IELTS is exactly the same. Listening and reading is input. They test whether you understand the language by listening and reading, these two tests. And writing and speaking is to check whether you can produce the language well. And that is all you need to do. All right. Okay, let's go to the next part. Any other question? So, Pooja, this was your answer. Make sure that you improve the small aspects. You're doing the big things right. That's okay. That's good. Now you need to correct the small aspects, small errors.
Yes, sir. I think I'm lacking. I know the things like since I have started writing,
Hmm.
I know how to put the punctuation, and all thanks to you. Otherwise, that I know that the everything what I know about the punctuation is put the comma and the full stop. Yeah, it's really silly. It's really silly to consider that I was doing such thing. But after that, like after get interacted with you, and I got some suggestions or guidance from you that how to write, then since that time I've started using punctuation. That was amazing thing. But still, um, like sometime I confused. Okay, I have to put comma here, like after connectors, or like where I have to put semicolon. Sometime I do like get confused that, oh my god, what I'm doing here. So that is my main problem, that I'm not stick to like that information that I know, and I'm not stick to the knowledge that I learned.
Okay. I'll show you a simple rule of punctuation and a common error. See, it's all about making common errors, and a lot of people make common errors, and that's okay to make mistakes. But what's not okay is repeating the same mistakes. Do you agree with that? It's okay to make mistakes, but it is
Yes,
not
sir.
okay to repeat the same mistakes.
Yes, sir.
All right? Okay. Can you see the whiteboard?
Yes, sir.
This is something that I'm covering these days, and I've covered a lot these days. So stay tuned. Can someone help me make a simple sentence? We'll talk about punctuation. Our goal is about punctuations at complex and compound complex levels. But we'll start with a simple sentence. We'll not directly jump into that. So, simple sentence. Can anyone try? Can a new person try? I think everyone over here is not new. None of you are new.
Hi, sir.
Yes, hi there, Chirag.
Can I?
Yes, please.
The Boring Academy is a good institute.
Okay, thank you. How would you say that this is a simple sentence? Chirag, why is this a simple sentence?
Oh, yeah. We do not use Amy, sir.
Okay, try to understand this. You need a clause, and you need, sorry, a clause is made of at least a subject and a verb. This is what makes a simple sentence. You can simply change the sentence to, you can use a subject, I am preparing for IELTS. This is a simple sentence. You can add the word with the help of the Q&A sessions by the Boring Academy. This is still a simple sentence. Got it?
Okay, sir.
We'll just skip the simple stuff. We'll remove the extra ones. I'm preparing for IELTS. So it has a subject, I. What is the verb?
Preparing.
Preparing. So
Prepare.
prepare is the verb. This is the verb. This is base form or V1 form. What is V2? Past tense.
Prepared.
Prepared. Yes, correct, actually. What is V3?
It's also prepared, sir.
True. What is V4?
Preparing
No.
or prepare?
Prepares.
Prepare. Yeah.
And what is V5?
Preparing.
Done. The reason we should know these aspects is because we need to understand every single thing. You need to prepare well. I prepared well. This has been prepared by me. He prepares every single day. I can also use she, and if it were an object, I could have used it. And I am preparing for IELTS. Did you see what we did?
Yes, sir.
This was our goal, to make sure that we understand what's going on. It's not just simple sentence, I'm preparing for IELTS and done. There are a lot of things going on. I is the subject. What is am? Any idea what is am?
It is auxiliary verb, like to be,
It's an,
to link the,
yes, it's an auxiliary verb.
yeah, to link the subject to the object, like predicative, and
Yes.
second part of speech as some of this.
If I is the subject, this becomes the predicate. True. If we dive deeper, what is for? It's a preposition.
Coordinating conjunction, sir.
Yes, it's also a coordinating conjunction, but we'll use it later on. It's a coordinating conjunction, true, but right now it's not a coordinating conjunction. It's a preposition. Done. And what is the last one? IELTS.
Others?
Now, like second part of speech, if you put it this way, like
It's not complicated. It's a proper noun. Why?
yeah,
Because it stands for something. International. What?
English language testing system, like
Correct.
yes.
Done. So this is exactly what's going on in a simple sentence. Now that we understand what a simple sentence is, it will be easier for to make a compound sentence. So compound sentence. What is compound sentence made of? Any idea?
Two clauses, like two sentences link it together. For example,
So
it
a
can be
compound sentence is
compound
made
or
of two independent clauses joined with the help of a coordinating conjunction. So now we used two new words. We used independent clause, that's a new word which we did not use in the past, and we also used conjunction, and specifically coordinating conjunction. So we'll cover these two things quickly. So what is the difference between independent clause and dependent clause? Independent clause completes by itself. It does not require anybody. The previous sentence, this sentence, I am preparing for IELTS, that is it an independent clause or a dependent clause?
it is independent
Why?
clause because uh, it can like make a sense for without like depending on other sentence, you know.
It makes sense when we listen to it.
Yeah.
But what if I say, although I am preparing for IELTS? Now what? Is this a complete sentence?
Nah, it is like
Something is missing.
depends. Yes.
Alright, so this is why it is called as a dependent clause. And dependent clause usually starts with a subordinating conjunction, or there is a subordinating conjunction in a sentence when we introduce a dependent clause. So now this part is clear. Independent clause. Is it clear what is an independent clause? Right now we are not concerned with dependent clause, only independent clauses. Is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
So now
For
let's
me,
look
it's
at
clear.
coordinating conjunction. What are coordinating conjunctions?
Uh, these are the linking words. If we say the conjunctions can link two sentence together, like and, both.
For
So many like
and, nor, but, or, yet, so.
yeah.
Done? So we'll make two independent clauses or two simple sentences. We already wrote one. So our first sentence was, I am preparing for IELTS. Is this a complete sentence? Yes, it is a complete sentence. Let's make another one. I am improving my communication skills. Which type of sentences are these? Simple sentences. Or it's an independent clause. So far so clear? We still did not make compound sentence, but I'm just showing you two independent clauses. Is it clear so far? So we'll make a compound sentence. We'll use one of the conjunctions. What we are going to do is, we'll use both the sentences. We'll use and, which is one of the coordinating conjunctions. Is a compound sentence clear? Any doubts so far? This should be absolutely clear. This is the absolute fundamental of a language. This is called the basic level. Any doubts so far?
Yeah. Nah.
No.
In terms of this, it's understandable and it's clear.
Perfect. Now we'll move on to some advanced stuff. We'll learn, we already saw what a dependent clause is. Now we'll introduce certain conjunctions that are called as subordinating conjunctions. For subordinating conjunctions, I want you guys to send me a hi on my Telegram. I'll send you the entire list of it. You don't even need to go anywhere else. I've sent it to Pooja. I've sent it to Jamshed. I've sent it to Chirag, Anjali, Ashley. I think I already sent it to Ashley. Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. I think there are some people who have not received it. No, I think everybody received it from this chat. Alright. So, subordinating conjunctions. I want you to check those things and tell me one of the, just select any one conjunction. So, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people over here. I need 6 subordinating conjunctions. 6 sentences, complex sentences, using different subordinating conjunctions.
Should we send you? I mean,
Just
your.
tell it to me. I can write it over here.
Okay, no. Actually, I don't know the difference between this conjunctions because I use them.
All
And
of them
now,
are complex sentences. You can
yes,
take any
yeah.
sentence and send it to me. We'll take different sentences. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll talk about the punctuations now.
From the sample sentence in here, or should I create the sentence?
No, you can select anyone from the list that I've shared.
Okay.
If anyone else is ready, just let me know. Just select anyone randomly.
Can I say?
Yes, Ashley.
She went for a walk after she finished her work.
Is it from the list that I shared? After, yes. After she finished her work.
Her work.
Which sentence is this? And which conjunction is this?
Time connection.
It shows time connection. True.
Yes.
Does it also show sequential connection? It shows time connection as well as sequential connection. Got my point?
Yes.
So I'll simply write time connection. Here it shows time connection. We can also use it for sequential connection. So we'll just simply write time connection. One more sentence.
So I'm gonna read some of them.
Yeah.
Uh, he persisted. He persisted in spite of facing numerous challenges. Yeah, this is it. Hopefully I pronounced correctly.
The pronunciation was correct. You use the word in spite. Where is
Yes.
in spite used?
Uh, in spite is the uh, what was the contrast connection. After that, we use noun and noun phrase, or maybe some
Mm-hmm.
ing format, but we don't use sentence after that. This is the kind of conjunction. Yes.
Okay.
The only thing I know about in spite of and despite
Hmm.
is this noun.
It's
Yes.
exactly the same. The only thing you need to take care of is make sure that when you write in spite, you have the word of, in spite of. And when you write despite, you don't need of.
Okay.
Right? So I have a word with Ashley Jamshid. Anjali, the next word. Take another connection.
Although I made sound of tea, I
Although
tried
I'm
coffee.
although I'm fond of tea, I
Tea, tried coffee.
coffee. Perfect. So
It's
which
a
connection is this?
contrast.
Contrast. Can you tell me anything else?
Contrast.
Not contrast. Something else. Another word which we have not used. I shared the whole list. You just need to select one and tell me. That's it. It's already given over there.
I'll tell you, sir, again.
Yeah. You can also just tell me which one you like. So I'll select that one. I have the same list.
So,
By the time Anjali shares, Pooja you can share, Chirag you can share. Just one sentence. I'll show you a lot of things that can be done with this.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Chirag.
I won so many tournaments when I was young.
Okay. Did you make this sentence by yourself? or is it already shared over there? Chirag,
Yes, sir.
did you make the sentence by yourself or did you read one of those sentences?
No, sir. Uh, make by myself.
Okay, perfect. I is the subject and young is the verb. It's also an adjective, but we can use it as a verb. Anything else? Anjali, your sentence is pending. And Pooja.
Although I, sir,
Take a
I
different
will,
connection. Take a different connection. We already used. Okay, we did not use although yet. So although.
although
Hmm,
I am a fond of tea,
I am fond of tea. Okay, we'll take the same one. I'm fond of tea.
I tried coffee.
I tried coffee.
Sir, another sentence is I I like green color, whereas my friend like black color.
My friend like or likes.
Likes and also I likes,
I likes is wrong. I like green color.
whereas
My
my
friend likes blue. So what is
okay,
whereas? Whereas is used for two things.
comparison and contrast.
Here, did we use it for comparison or contrast?
Comparison maybe.
We can use it for both comparison or contrast. Chirag, what about when? It shows time connection as well as there is one more.
Past.
It is true. We use when for time connection as well as we sometimes use it for sequential connection. Here we have used it for time. And Pooja, your word is pending. Your sentence is pending.
I really love to live up my
Okay, please repeat
work.
that. Please repeat that.
Yes, sir. I really love to live up as an identity of doctor. No, 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 sir. So what connection I have to use?
Any.
Like I think
You can take any.
any. Okay. Well, I really love to explore places wherever I go.
Wherever I go. So what is wherever?
Like it shows the connection of place.
True. So I really, or I'll just say I like exploring new places wherever I go. I is the subject, go is the verb, so it's fine. So this is said by Pooja, and this shows connection of place, right? So the reason I asked you to share these things is because these are all complex sentences, and there are a lot of things that can be done just with one sentence. So we'll start with Jamshid's sentence. He used the word in spite of. So this is the rule of punctuation. When we are starting a sentence with a subordinating conjunction, you can see this example of Anjali. Anjali said although, and did you notice that I added a comma? I did not realize that I did, but accidentally I added a comma because it's my habit. But it's also a rule. Correct? So we'll do the same thing for Jamshid's sentence. In spite of facing numerous challenges. Should I add a comma now?
Yes,
Why?
in this
Yes,
point,
sir.
Why should we add a
because
comma?
it is the dependent clause, not independent.
Yes. So
It's kind of a rule, but I don't know. But we have to just put a comment here.
so when we start a sentence with a subordinating conjunction, we need to tell the reader that this is where the dependent clause ends, and that is why we add a comma. But if you notice here, the subordinating conjunction itself tells the reader that the dependent clause starts from here. Got the difference? This is how it is done. Did you
Uh,
understand, Jamshid, what we did?
yeah. So I got some. I mean, it's not kind of thing. In writing essay. I know it's not just about one sentence or how we just create a sentence.
Hmm.
Which one is much more advanced? What do you think? Can like look much more fancy.
Okay. See, you can never ever impress the examiner because they have already seen everything that you can possibly think of. They have already explored these things. They have done thousands and millions of trial and errors in their life, and that is the reason they have reached the position of an examiner. All right. So forget about impressing the examiner. Try to focus on showcasing the range of grammar that you have. So if you're making the first sentence using this pattern, try to make another sentence somewhere else using this pattern. So this shows that you are flexible in your writing. The word flexible is used a couple of times in the public band descriptor. Did you ever notice that? The word flexible.
Yeah, I have read that, and I just want to ask some of the questions in terms of just marking criteria. I have
Mhm.
sent you some photos, and now after finishing the session,
Okay,
I will ask them. Yeah.
definitely. I'll try to check it out. Okay, I can quickly show it to you. Just give me a second. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
So if I go to pronunciation at 9 bands, it says sustains flexible use of features throughout. This is what 9 band says, and also the same thing is shown at 8. All right. So flexibility is something that is a feature of higher level, 8 bands, 9 bands, 7 bands.
Mm.
So that is why you should try to show your flexibility in your writing as well as speaking. The things we are practicing here, it does not just apply to one task, it applies to all the tasks. All right. We'll get back to this. Let's try with Ashley's sentence. Ashley, can you do it for me? What should be done here if I want to switch?
After she finished her work, she went for a walk.
Is this correct?
Comma.
Comma.
After she finished her work, comma, she went for a walk.
Why did we add that comma? Because it shows the beginning of an independent clause, and this also marks the end of a dependent clause. This is the reason we do it, right? Once we are done with this part, I'll show you the difference between individual incident and habitual action. This is also one of the common errors that a lot of students make. Anjali, can you help me with this one? There are also exceptions. Now we'll see it an exception. Anjali, your turn. Anjali, Chirag, or Pooja, anybody can start. Yes, Anjali.
I am fond of tea,
This one, this
although
one, this one.
I
Okay,
tried
let's do two
coffee.
of them. I.
I am fond of tea, although I tried coffee. Uh,
Is it correct?
Coffee. No, sir.
Why?
Coma mistake.
Why should I remove the comma?
Uh, Dependent clause.
It's already a
No,
subordinate
independent.
conjunction. Got it? Because
Sorry.
of this one, we don't need a comma. It tells the reader that the dependent clause starts from here. The
Yes,
second one,
sir.
about whereas. If you remember the exception, we already covered this.
Yes, sir.
So,
My friend likes blue color, whereas I like green color.
why didn't you change it? I asked you to change it
Rule is whereas don't change their place.
because it is a comparison. You need something in the beginning to compare with the end. Did you get this part?
Yes, sir.
You need something in the beginning so that it can be compared with something at the last. We did the same thing here. We
Yes,
had
sir.
this comparison with this comparison. So whereas never changes its place.
Yes,
These are the exceptions that you will eventually realize that a lot of exceptions are also there. Chirag, your turn.
yes, sir.
Good one, Anjali.
When I was young, I won so many tournaments.
Is it correct?
Comma head.
Okay. One more thing you need to verify is every time there should be a subject and there should be verbs. Only then you can say that it's a sentence, or else you cannot say that I met Pooja, Chirag, and Ashley today. So this is not a compound sentence. Even though I used and, this is not a compound sentence. Correct? So this is something you need to remember. Alright, Pooja, you're the last one. So
Sir, I
what is
like
that sound?
exploring new places wherever I go. It is already said that I like exploring new places. I can put an emphasis on it, like wherever I go, comma, I like exploring new places.
Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
No. There is a mistake.
I.
Why?
It should be in capital,
Why?
or it should be removed.
You cannot remove the I. You have to keep the I capital. Doesn't matter where you
Capital.
add the letter I, it should always be capital. In Sanskrit, there is a word called aham. Aham is always big. Aham means ma, means I. It should always be bigger. So we'll always keep it capital. Right. Now these are all complex sentences. Now let's switch to compound complex sentences. Any idea how to make it? We can say compound complex, you can also say complex compound, both are the same thing. What matters is the grammar should be correct. We'll take these words, these same phrases, and we'll make all of them compound complex. Yeah, Jamshid, the first one. Can you make it compound complex?
Uh, so he persisted. No, even no, it's the same. uh, like even though it's something. No. Uh, no, it's not working. I mean, uh, he's persistent.
No, we don't need to change the structure. We need to add something.
Add something. Okay. In spite of facing numerous challenges, he's
Okay.
persistent and
I'll show one
never.
example and then you guys are supposed to do it. So this is my example.
Okay.
Even though I had a hectic day, I decided to attend the Q&A session. Is this a complex sentence?
Yeah, this is complex
This is
sentence, but
complex
not
sentence.
compound.
This is not compound
One.
complex, but it is a complex
Yeah.
sentence that shows which connection?
Complexity. Yeah. Yes, it is the uh, depend and independent clause. I mean,
It shows
like
contrast connection.
yes, compress.
Right? So in order to make this compound complex sentence, all I have to do is copy the same sentence. Okay, let's switch it. We'll first switch the sentence.
Sir, could I make a new sentence?
Yes, you can. Try to do one thing. Send it to me on Telegram.
Oh,
I'll directly copy
okay.
paste it here. I'll finish this part. So this is again a complex sentence that shows contrast connection. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true because the now just
Now, if I
yeah,
want to
it's
make
true.
the first sentence compound complex sentence, all I have to do is use a coordinating conjunction. Which are the coordinating conjunction? This one. Back to the basics.
Yeah,
So I'll use
fun
any one
boys.
of them. Let's use a simple one. I'll use and. And I learned a lot today. Now it's a compound complex sentence that shows contrast connection. Is it clear? That's it. I can do the same thing with the second one.
Uh huh.
I
Yes.
decided to attend the Q&A session even though I had a hectic day so that I can learn something. This is again the same thing, compound complex sentence that shows contrast connection. Is it simple now? Okay,
Uh
it's
huh.
not
Yes.
simple. It's not even a
So
simple
if
sentence.
I create the sentence like even though no, in spite of facing numerous challenges, he's he
Persistent?
persisted because
No,
it is worth something
no.
like
You need to use
oh
these ones.
okay.
Try to use yet.
Mm. So in spite of facing numerous challenges, yet uh, it's possible to achieve it. How about that? Like,
Yet he did not achieve it.
yeah.
Now this is a compound complex sentence. Got the idea?
Yes.
All right. And from today onwards, whenever we have these Q&A sessions, after the session gets over, just drop me a text on Telegram to send the screenshots. I'll send it to you. So all the notes I'll be transferring it on directly to you personally. So if you fail to send me a text, I might forget. So that is the reason I'm asking. So all you have to do is just drop a text, send screenshots, I'll send it to you. And you don't have to take any screenshots during the sessions. I'll send it to you. The reason I'm asking you guys not to take any notes, not to take screenshots and stuff is because I want your 100% focus. That's it. If you're able to focus and understand these concepts, you can later on check the screenshots that I'll send it to you and then take notes. If you don't understand anything, drop me a text again that I'm not clear with this concept. What to do? All right. So Jamshed, clear with the first sentence. Ashley, can you make it compound complex? Let's take this sentence. You can use any of them. Okay. We do start with fanboys, but we don't use for a lot. That's old English. So think about and, nor, but, or yet. So she went for a walk after she finished her work.
I made a sentence which I sent you on Telegram.
Yep, I'll check it out. Ashley, are you there?
Yes.
So try to make it compound complex.
Even though she was tired,
Okay, we are not making a
after
new sentence. We'll just finish this one. That is why you took a lot of time. We'll finish this sentence that you made. We'll make it compound complex. She went for a walk after she finished her work. So she can feel refreshed. Done?
yes.
We'll do the second one. After she finished her work, she went for a walk.
And she feel refreshed.
She feel
Refreshed.
past tense.
She felt refreshed.
Done? Anjali. You guys are still here, right?
So I can complete the sentence.
Sorry?
I can complete the sentence now.
Sure. We'll first correct the grammatical error over here.
Okay.
Though I have very limited resources to live my life, I still love to do what my neuroception allows. Neuroception means it's our body's way of telling whether something is good to go or not good to go, like dangerous and safe. Is that correct, Pooja?
And a little bit, I also found that there's I can found any error in it uh, because today I learned this.
Word,
I
vocabulary.
gone through Blake. Yes,
Well
yeah,
done.
Blake, yeah. So there I found this word, which is also
It's a good word.
effective.
Yeah. But make it compound complex. The same thing, you just need to use fanboys. How would you do that?
Um, I used but over here, sir. But I guess
We already
there's
removed
going.
that. We are done with but. That was incorrect. So I removed but.
Okay.
Though I have
Uh,
very limited resource to live my life, I still love to do what my neuroception allows for and nor but or yet so. Which one fits?
allows for entertainment purpose. Yes, sir.
No, we won't take that. We need an independent clause here with a subject and a verb, and we need a coordinating conjunction. So, which would be the coordinating conjunction? I'll give you one example. And I am having the best days of my life. This is already a compound complex sentence now. You can make something else. You can use another conjunction, coordinating conjunction.
Okay. Now I have to use another like I have to make a full sentence by using fan voice
Yes.
that I understood.
Is everybody clear of what we did just now? And is the coordinating conjunction, and I am having the best days of my life is an independent clause. This is what we are waiting for.
Yet, uh, mm, the same thing I can write over here, and I'm having the best days of my life.
No, you are saying I still love to do what my neuroception allows, yet I'm having, no, that doesn't match with each other.
I still love
Like,
to do.
yet it is really expensive or something.
Yet it's an expensive pursuit.
Ah, yeah. Now
Done.
it fits. Yeah.
You can literally reverse it. We'll remove still. I love to do what my neuroception allows. Should we use the comma over there?
No, sir.
No, because we are using though. Though is
Though.
a, what is though?
Should we put commas in here about like before though and after though? I mean,
Subordinate conjunction is though, and
We don't need commas. Subordinating conjunction is though. Yes, here we can put a comma if we want,
if.
because it is a coordinating conjunction.
yeah, in some of the writings I saw like before though we need to put comma. It's kind of a other form of bad, the
If it is in the beginning, yes, you need to add a comma. But if it is in middle, no. If it is a complete sentence and you are still stretching your point, okay, let's mix two sentences. But that is not
I mean
recommended. It becomes too
like
complicated for the reader.
yeah, like the however, we need to
Yes,
put comma in easy size. And what about though? It's not the same
this one you
as
can use it for though as well, but this becomes a too lengthy sentence because we already have a fully fledged sentence in the beginning. We are adding another one here.
yeah, okay.
Right? It's okay to do once to show that you can, but not more than once. Right? So we are left with Anjali and Chirag. Anjali, compound complex sentence.
Although I am not fond of tea, I tried coffee, but I don't like the taste of coffee.
I don't like the taste. I'm fond of tea, although I tried coffee. Two contractions. It's not making sense. But you can say something else. But I am planning to stop consuming both of them. Now this is a compound complex sentence. Done.
Yes, sir.
What about this
Okay,
one,
sir.
Anjali?
My friend likes blue color, whereas I like green color or
My friend
black color
likes, there is a mistake, likes blue color, whereas I like green color. Yeah.
or black color.
No. This is still a complex sentence because this part does not have a subject and a verb.
Okay.
My friend likes blue color, whereas I like green color. So we have decided to buy a dress, blue and green dress. Simple, doesn't have to do with logic, but it is now a compound complex sentence. We is the subject, this side is the verb. Now this is a
What
compound
about,
complex sentence.
Sir,
so we have so many things in common.
wherever I go, I like exploring new places, and I know it is costly.
I did not get both of your points. You need to repeat again.
Wherever I go, I like, maybe I can do like that.
We are
I
talking
like
about a new
exploring new
sentence.
places. Yeah, I like
Wherever,
exploring new places.
sorry, wherever I go, I
I
like.
like exploring new places,
Okay, this is the same sentence. Exploring
new
new
places,
places,
and I know it is costly.
and
I
I
know it
am
is costly,
aware that
and I'm
it
aware.
is costly. Both are same, but we'll use the word aware. Jamshed, you said something, but I did not get that.
No, just I suggest some of the sentences like, so like in this sentence, my friend likes blue color, whereas
Hmm?
I like green colors. So we don't have anything in common. Like
Okay, is that a complete sentence?
no, yeah, it's the continuation of the sentence.
I'm still lost.
So we don't share anything in common. I mean, we don't have uh we are not like-minded or something like that.
Yes, we are not. I think one more person's chance is pending, so we'll complete that. Chirag, you still there? Yes.
When I was young, I won so many tournaments, mm, but I was not happy.
But I was not satiated with my achievements. Satiated means satisfied. Got it? The same thing for you. Try to add something good. I won so many tournaments when I was young. Make it positive. The previous one was negative. You can simply say, I won so many tournaments when I was young, and I am blessed to be a champion in cricket. Done?
Yes.
That's it.
What is the meaning of blessed to be in here? It's like
I'm blessed to be a champion in cricket. So, blessed, I feel good about being a champion.
yeah.
I'm grateful to
What
be a
about
champion.
this? Uh, I won so many tournaments when I was young, and
Hmm?
but it took me too much effort,
But it took a lot of efforts.
or but I had to make too many effort for that.
But I had to put in a lot of efforts.
Can you make like this? Like after tournament for that, I had to make so many efforts. It's correct in this case.
It wouldn't be a complex sentence.
Fun voice.
Okay, if you are saying and for that, yes, it is.
Okay.
Done?
Yep.
Perfect. So, as I said, just make sure that you drop a text. I'll be sending you these sentences in this sequence, so you'll get to understand exactly how we made these sentences. All right. So, how was the session?
Uh, Teacher, that's great. So I sent you the photo of the band descriptor. So I didn't get it. I mean, the what does it mean in here? Just can you just look at
Sure, just let me check.
I just highlight the place.
Yeah. Okay, your question is awareness of style and collocation. I'll cover this just a second.
Not collocation. What they mean by
By
saying the
style.
awareness of style? Yeah, what is style actually in here? Like,
Okay. So, what do you mean by style, first of all? Any idea?
no, I have no idea. For example, just the way I talk. For example, we learn. I'm a linguist, probably you know. I study. We have so many styles. Like,
Which style is appropriate for IELTS? Have you ever thought about that?
no, it's just
Okay. So, in terms of IELTS, we always use a formal writing. This is our style. This is the first part, Liam, of style.
yeah, it's formal, informal thing now.
Yes, we write in a formal tone. We don't use contractions, so no contractions. We don't write in the academia format. It is academic IELTS, but we don't use this format of writing surveys, research, etc. We don't use this. We use formal writing, that's our style. Our vocabulary should be formal. We don't use contractions, and we should not be adding any surveys, any research, or something that is memorized. So, if our vocabulary is that, the style would be considered incorrect. Clear?
Uh,
And for collocations, I'll quickly show the screen. Just give me a second.
it is speaking now. How about that? If we should we be?
Okay,
I mean,
hold on. I was talking about the writing task, the style for writing.
yeah,
This is for writing.
yeah, it is speaking band
Okay,
description actually.
okay. It's applicable for both. So if I talk about the style for writing, this is the format. And if I talk about the speaking part, you should make sure that it is conversational and use indirect sentences. This is the style.
How it could be? Should we be too formal or like
It should be
informal? I
semi-formal.
mean,
That is why I said conversational. So semi-formal.
for example, literally when I talk in the informal way,
No, informal is not allowed.
in
Say
informal
informal
way,
includes.
I'm
Sorry.
yeah, so many slangs, and I'm a
Slangs.
little bit full in that kind of situation.
Yeah, yo, wanna, gonna, lemmy, gimme. All these are informal
Yeah,
slangs. We don't
it's
use
kind
this
of.
in IELTS.
In IELTS, we need to say going instead of gonna, right?
Yes, exactly. I'm going to. Instead of saying yeah, you should say yes instead of say yeah.
Yes. Mhm. Okay.
If the examiner says please show me your passport, yeah, that's wrong. You shouldn't do that.
Uh, but some of the examiners, I mean, they say like you can say gonna, wanna, but if it's natural, and I don't know, for me it's natural.
See, a lot of
Wha-
native speakers are already used to saying yeah and all these things, wanna, gonna. So for them, it's too challenging, and that will affect their bands. That is true. But for non-native speakers, the way that IELTS wants you to speak is not in an informal way. They need semi-formal, because you will be eventually applying to colleges, universities, and in the future you'll be applying for jobs. So there you cannot say in front of the boss that let me give this to you. Right?
yeah, instead we should say, would it be possible if I give you to this?
See, and that is why contractions are allowed. In the formal writing, contractions should not be used. In this one, you can use contractions. It's okay to use contractions. Got the difference in
Uh,
style?
By the way, I heard some of the teachers, but I have never been any kind of the real speaking exams. That's why in part two, like we need to cover all the bullet points. I mean, like specific questions in the, the cue card and prompts maybe, if we say that, to get high band score. That I have heard like this, but I don't know. What do you think? Should we do that, or should we speak what comes to our mind?
Okay. In the IELTS speaking part, specifically you're talking about the cue card, you're talking about the bullet points that you receive in the speaking module.
Yeah.
So they are there to help you continuously speak for 2 minutes. Yes, if possible, try to cover all of them. Your story will sound more logical, but even if you missed one, that's completely fine. But think about missing two or three who were with you. You completed your whole story and then you forgot to say who were with you. That doesn't make any sense to the story. So, if possible, try to cover it as soon as possible. So, in the beginning, cover who were with you, what did you do there, when did you go there, and then get into the story. So, you never make the mistake of missing out. And it's okay if you miss one, that's completely fine. But your story should be good. You should be able to communicate effectively. All right?
Right.
So,
So in this case, in here, awareness of style means the formal or informal way of the talking, right?
it depends on writing and speaking. So, for writing, it should be always formal, no contractions. You should not use any surveys, research. You should share your own examples. For speaking, yes, you should not be using any surveys or research. Make sure that it's okay to use contraction. Use semi formal and indirect sentences.
Uh,
This is the style.
so one more question. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
What is it? It's, I mean, it's compulsory to use idiomatic language to get high band score. I mean, for example, the idiomatic language, the like phrases, maybe collocations.
Okay, collocations
to
are
get,
different, phrases are different,
yes, yes.
probes are different, and idioms are a feature of. Okay, I'll show it to you. Can you see this part?
Yes.
So if you check the IELTS speaking assessment criteria and if you check the lexical resource, at 7 bands, that is the first time they have uses some less common and idiomatic vocabulary. So this is a feature of 7 and above. Can you see this?
Yes.
So if you are showing features of 7 and above, you can easily get those hints of 7. So if the rest of the module, rest of the criteria are at 6, but if you show certain points at 7, you can get a 6.5. And the better you
Yeah.
are, the more bands you get for this. All right. So yes, it is
Yes.
recommended to use idiomatic languages, and it should come naturally. It should not be forced.
Yeah. In speaking, I use some of them, but I don't know.
You
It's
force it.
sounding natural or natural
You force it
because
inside your speech.
yeah.
The best way to prepare idioms and vocabulary is to practice different situations.
Mm.
I'll show you how. So on the website, go to the footer section, go to IELTS cheat code. If this opens, that's fine. If it doesn't open, click here to open a new page and the same thing will load. Let's open this one here. So speaking, idioms, and these are all the situations in which idioms can be inserted. So practice these different situations with idioms and then practice with vocabulary. So simultaneously try to practice both of them. So this will allow you to naturally show these skills. Done?
Yeah. No. Let's start.
Perfect. I'll once again show the location. Location is quick links, IELTS cheat code, this one. Right. And if you're using an Android phone, try the Android application. It works much more smoother than the browser. But unfortunately, for mobile phones, this part is a bit challenging to access this mind map. So use a laptop or your PC. All right. So we'll skip the session here It was an absolute fun. We
Sir,
resumed after a long time.
sir,
Yes.
I have a last question.
Yes, Chirag.
Which topics improve me, such as like environment, education? It is which type of topic read for improve my task too?
Okay. For task 2, you should be ready with everything. So try to cover as many topics as possible. It's not about one or two topics or mastering a few. It's about knowing a lot about different topics. And on this website, you can see a few of them already have stars. So these are completely like we have shared in-depth resources for these topics with the stars. So you can go through them. Alright.
Okay,
So
sir.
don't
Okay, sir.
think about which topics to prepare first. Try to cover as much as possible before you finally book the test.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Sure. So we'll keep the session here. This was our 51st Q&A session. From the next time onwards, we'll be having Q&A sessions just like this. We'll have it on Google Meet. I'll be sharing the link on the Telegram channel. I'll be sharing my screen over here, and the same screen will be shared on Telegram. So if you don't want to interact, that's completely fine. You can join on Telegram. But if you want to interact with me, we'll be using this platform. All right.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Chalo. Most welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, thank you so much, teacher. It's been very great.
You're most welcome. Good night.